Good morning students, welcome back. Today we shall discuss the laws of inheritance. 3 laws that were given by Mendel. Okay. So first law, that is law of dominance. In law of dominance, what Mendel had seen, he had crossed 2 pure varieties. Okay. One having dominant allele TT and the other one having recessive. Both the recessive alleles. So, 2 contrasting were there of one character. One was tall and the other one was short or dwarf, you can say. So, when he crossed the pure varieties, what he got in F1 generation? He got a heterozygous condition. Heterozygous means 2 different types of alleles were present. Okay. In heterozygous condition, in monohybrid cross explains the law of dominance and the law of segregation. Now let us see what it explains. So when the pure variety were bred, as a result of that in F1 generation, what we got? We got the heterozygous organism having 2 different alleles. One was dominant T and the other one was small t, recessive character. So in the heterozygous condition, the allele, only one allele could express. The character of one allele only could be expressed in the F1 generation. So the allele whose character was expressed in F1 generation, that is called the dominant allele. So in a heterozygous condition, the allele whose characters are expressed over the other allele. Other allele is what? Recessive. It is represented by small letter. So in F1 generation, what was seen? In heterozygous condition, only one allele could express itself, and the allele which could express itself, that was called dominant allele, and the character that was shown by the dominant allele, it was called the dominant character. Okay. Here the recessive character was present, recessive allele was present, then only the dominant was expressed. So that is called the dominant character, and the character was expressed in the F1 generation. That is in case of when you take 2 pure breeds. Okay. So in F1 generation, only the dominant character was expressed, and that is called the dominant allele. That is the law of dominance. What does it tell us? That only the dominant trait will be able to express its character in F1 generation. What about the recessive allele then? Recessive allele, it expresses its character in the F2 generation. In the F2 generation. Okay, when selfing is done of this heterozygous organism, both capital T small t crossed with capital T small t, then you get the recessive in F2 generation. Okay, so that already we have crossed. Second, you have law of segregation. Law of segregation is also explained on the basis of the monohybrid cross. What it tells, when 2 contrasting traits, here 2 contrasting traits, what it was? One was tall, other one was dwarf. Okay, when 2 contrasting traits come together in one hybrid pair, hybrid, that is heterozygous, capital T small t, that is the hybrid, because it is having both the different types of alleles. It is having the dominant allele also, it is having the recessive allele also. So it is called the hybrid pair. The two characters means character of the dominant allele is what? Tallness. What is the character of the recessive allele? Shortness or dwarfness. So both the alleles, they show different characters, showing different contrasting characters. So what it was seen? They were in the hybrid form. They were passed together in F1 generation. But what was seen? They separated. These alleles, they separated during the gamete formation again. Okay. In F1 generation, again when there was a gamete formation, that time the alleles, they separated. So they did not mix up. Here what it tells, law of segregation, the traits, they do not mix up with each other. Or you can say the gene, traits are where present, it is present in the gene, on the chromosome. So they do not mix. They may be of contrasting characters, but they do not mix with each other. They may go together, but they will not mix up with each other. Because in F1 generation, you did not find a medium-sized plant. You got a tall plant so that you can understand that only one trait was expressed. They did not mix up. Okay. So again this F1 generation, when there was gamete formation, again the alleles they separated. And each gamete had a one specific allele. One gamete will have only one allele with it. Okay. So law of segregation is what? That is the separation of the alleles during gamete formation. Okay. So when two contrasting traits come together in one hybrid pair, the characters do not mix with each other and separate at the time of gamete formation. And each gamete has one allele. That is the second law. So first and second law are based on the monohybrid law. Then you have the third law, that is law of independent assortment. What it tells? The genes of different characters. Here it is in case of dihybrid cross. Now we will discuss the dihybrid cross, how it occurred and what are the things that were found in that. So the gene of different characters means here in law of dominance and law of segregation only one character was taken. It can be height, it can be color, it can be shape. Only one character was taken. But in law of independent assortment, in dihybrid cross, two characters were taken. Okay. So when the gene of different character located on different pair of chromosomes, this is always present in two different chromosomes. One that we get from mother and the other one that we get from father. And these genes were present on two different pair of chromosomes and they passed together. But during the gamete formation, they were independent of each other. They were not dependent on each other. Two characters, when you are considering, what it showed, that they are not dependent on each other. They are independent. They are independently expressed. They do not mix up with each other. So that is independent of one another in their segregation. During the gamete formation also they separated. They are not dependent on the other allele. Okay. They simply independently they will separate, and when they are passed in the next generation, that time also they are present independently. They do not mix up. Shape will not mix up with the color. Shape will be shape, color will be color. Understood? So both the characters when you are studying, they are passed independently during the gamete formation and they are passed in the next generation also. They are passed independently. They are present independently. They do not mix up with each other. Clear? So now let us see the law of independent assortment with the help of a dihybrid cross. Okay. Dihybrid cross. Now we will take two characters. That is tall and let us take related to seed, round and yellow. Round and yellow is the dominant. Round and yellow seeds. Round is dominant and yellow is also dominant. These are dominant. These two characters are dominant. As they are dominant, we denote with capital letter. Okay. Now the opposite one, wrinkled and green. Wrinkled. Let me write the alleles first. So it will be small r, small y. Listen, whichever alphabet you are utilizing for denoting the dominant, same alphabet you will use for the lowercase. If you are using r to represent the dominant allele, then you will use small r or lowercase r for the recessive. Same alphabet you have to utilize. Okay. Now here R, capital Y, here small r, small y. Here it is wrinkled and green. Wrinkled and green seeds. Now this is the recessive. This is the recessive form. Now what are the gametes that will be formed? This one will combine with this, and this will combine with this. This will combine with this, and this will combine with this. R, Y, R, Y, R, Y, R, Y. These are parents. First one are parents, these are gametes. Clear? 4 gametes we have got from here. And same here also. R, Y, R, Y, R, Y, R, Y. Clear? Wait. This will combine with this, and this will combine with this. This will combine with this, and this will combine with this. So it will be R, Y, R, Y, R, Y, R, Y. Okay. These are the gametes. These are the gametes formed. Here 4 and here 4. And when you make the Punnett square, what it will be?
R, Y.
Wait, let me make the box. Four boxes you have to make. Here also 4. In F1 generation, what we'll find? Let us write here. One will be male, the other one will be female. R, Y, R, Y, R, Y. Here, smaller, small y, smaller, small y, smaller, small y. 4 gametes we are writing here and 4 gametes we are writing here. So what will be? Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. So as it is same, it will be same. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Same it will be. Okay. Same organism will form with the same alleles or same gene. So in F1 generation, all R, Y, Y. So what kind of organism it will be?
Round and yellow.
Round and yellow. Round plants, all the plants that will be produced in F1 generation will be round and yellow. Round and yellow seeds. Okay. That is about the seed. Now let us see what will happen when we self this one. F1 generation which we have got, now we have to do the selfing with the same. Okay, now let us see. Now it will be selfed with the same, that is selfing. You have to write selfing. Now gametes that will be formed, what will it be? This. Combine with this and will combine with this. So it will be R, Y and R small y. And this one will combine with this capital Y and smaller small y. Here same. This will combine with this and this will combine with this. This with this and this with this. So it will be R capital Y, R small y. Here small r, capital Y, small r, small y. These are the 4 gametes that will be formed. This is F1. Now this will become the parents. These are the gametes. Okay. Now we'll make the Punnett square. Now see, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, capital Y, small r, small y. Same, gametes are same.
Capital R.
One you denote as male and the other one female. R, Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, small r. Now you have to combine the gametes. What is the organism? Capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Capital R, capital Y, small y. Here it will be capital R, small r. Yes. Capital R, small r, small y. Okay. Now do it yourself. You want to speak so loudly. Capital R, capital Y. Okay. Now do it silently. R R Y Y, small y. R Y Y. Yeah. R capital Y. R Y Y. Here it will be smaller, capital Y, capital Y. Capital Y, capital Y. Then small y, smaller, capital Y, small y. Here. Yes. Smaller, capital Y, small y. Capital R, smaller, small y, smaller. Smaller, capital Y, small y. Here. Smaller, small y, small y. Now see the type of organism. Now let us see. Here it will be round and yellow. Here, round and yellow. Here also round and yellow. Yes. Please do it silently. Round and yellow. Then round and yellow. Round and green. Both are recessive. Y. So round and green. Here it will be round and yellow. Yes. Round and green. Here round and yellow. Here round and yellow. Here it will be wrinkled and yellow. Here it will be
Wrinkled and yellow.
wrinkled and yellow. Now round and yellow. Here round and green. Here wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow. Here wrinkled green. See here. Now we started with two different varieties, round and yellow and wrinkled and green. But here in dihybrid cross, two new forms were formed. What it was?
Round
One was round and yellow. We started with round and yellow and wrinkled and green. Two more forms we got new. What is that one? Wrinkled and yellow and wrinkled and green. Wrinkled and yellow and wrinkled and green. These are the new two varieties that we got in the dihybrid cross. Now let us see the number. Round and yellow, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me write the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. F2 generation, round and yellow,
9.
9. Where? 9. Then wrinkled,
Yellow.
wrinkled and
Ma'am, 1, 2,
wrinkled and
3. And 3.
yellow. Wrinkled and yellow,
3.
1,
2 and down.
2,
Down.
wrinkled yellow, 3. Wrinkled yellow were 3. Then what you have?
Wrinkle green.
Wrinkled,
Round green.
round green.
Ma'am, 3 round green.
Round and green.
3.
We have 3. Round and green here. Let us make triangle. Round and green. Then round and green. Then round and green. 3. Then last what we have? Wrinkled green.
3 also. 1.
Wrinkled green. Only 1. So what is the ratio here? Phenotype?
Ma'am, 3.
Phenotype ratio is
3 is
9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. This is the phenotypic ratio that we get from the dihybrid cross. So we started with 2 varieties. We got 2 new varieties. What was it? What was it? Wrinkled and yellow and
round and green.
round and green. These 2 varieties we got new varieties. Okay. Now you will do one more cross by yourself. Okay. Completed? Now one more cross you will do it yourself. Full cross you will do. Do it now. Tall and violet flowers. Tall plant with violet flowers. Violet flowers are dominant, crossed with short and white. Or you can write dwarf and white. Yes, everything. Dwarf and white. This is the recessive and this is the dominant. Now, this you have to do it yourself.
Ma'am, both F1 F2.
All.